Good morning, Fort Worth. It is 25 March, 25th day. This is the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. If you're watching the video, you're going to see something interesting happening behind me. We're recording at the same location as we always do, Monday through Thursday here in Fort Worth, right down the street from Doc's Records and 1 block north of the Target on West 7th. It's a place called Hoppin. And today, if you're watching the video, you'll see behind me, they are ripping out the inside of this place. They're destroying it so that they can put in some real comfy, loungy furniture in the middle. It's going to be really cool. You might even be able to hear some of the power tools and destruction going on behind me. Anyway, that's a side note, but that's what we're dealing with today. It's going to be a cool little change here at Hoppin. It's a self-serve tap room, 58 taps on the wall, full-service cocktail bar, and a great place for your next event. Anyway, the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is here to get you guys up to date with what's happening in your community. There are a few things going on around town today, so we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Let's get into our first segment. Thank you again for being here, guys. We appreciate you making this part of your day. We really do. Thank you. All right, weather, 91 for a high today and 62 for a low. Holy crap. The weather shift is it's murdering me. It's cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot. 24-mile-an-hour winds today, and there is a marginal risk of severe weather today, it says. 24% chance of rain. All right, moving on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it's going to be 81 for a high, 62 for a low. No rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Thursday is 78 for a high, 59 for a low. PM showers, 46%, and it's going to be pretty windy, 16 miles an hour. Friday, 71 for a high, 61 for a low. AM showers, 49%. Saturday, getting into this weekend, 87 for a high, 66 for a low. 8% chance of rain, 15-mile-an-hour winds. Sunday, 84 for a high, 49 for a low, 10% chance of rain. And then somewhere between 10 and 20% chance of rain next week. It's going to be hovering between 80 and 55. So if you got chickens, it's not time to put those young chicks outside yet. They still need to stay in a Tupperware container in your kitchen. Okay, moving on. National Day of. They get dumber every week, every day. And it looks like we screwed up because I told everybody it was International Waffle Day. Well, unless that happens twice in a year, March 25th, it looks like, is International Waffle Day. We've got a call in. Let's get to it. Good morning, caller. You are on the air.
Ohio.
Yeah, good morning. Who do we have here?
It's Itchy Richie coming to you from Kyoto, Japan, from the future.
You're in Japan?
I am in Japan.
The lack of delay is really surprising. I also noticed that this morning when we were texting back and forth.
Yeah, that is trippy, man. It's really trippy.
So what are you doing in Japan, Itchy?
Today's our last day here. My son and I are just here visiting. We just turned 13. So we're kind of checking stuff out around here.
Happy birthday, Itchy Jr.
He's currently taking a shower. So.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay. We don't need you to take
I will relay the message.
Okay. Okay, well, the future. Tell us, did they solve global warming yet? Has world peace been accomplished?
Oh, the irony, because there are wildfires in Japan right now. So no.
Really?
No on the climate change thing. Yeah, it's just north of Tokyo. Or it's way north of Tokyo, but yeah. For the future, here's the deal. Here's what y'all are missing in the past. There are, I shit you not, meat vending machines.
Okay.
Like, you can go get a steak out of a vending machine. It's in front of a butcher. They fill it up fresh every morning.
Is that real?
That's dead real. I'll posting that on Facebook later. There are also several beer vending machines. You can just walk down the street and buy beer. And beer's ridiculously cheap.
Really? Well, how's the conversion rate? I mean, is your American dollar worth more over there than their currency?
It is. Right now, it's I believe it's like 67 A yen is the equivalent of like 67. No, it's way better than that. Yeah, so 1,000 yen is roughly $6.
Okay. So how much for a steak? How many yen?
I did drop like 2,500 yen on steak yesterday, and I don't regret it. It was amazing.
Excellent. Any other cool stories from Japan before we get you out of here?
Any cool stories from Japan? Well, trying to think. Yeah. Yes. Riker just got a shower. He got Kirby on the claw machine on the third try. It was a big deal.
That is a big deal. Sounds
we're all very excited about it.
Do you feel like claw machines have better odds in Japan? It sounds like it.
No, I think they're a bigger ripoff here than they are back home.
Well, your son's got a special talent then.
Yes, or he was particularly lucky the other day. But yeah, yeah. So what? Here's what's crazy. We're going to be on a plane for like 15 hours tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be home tonight, home time. I'm going to be home at 7 o'clock. We will be on the same time at 7 p.m. tonight, and I will be in America, in Texas.
That is really trippy. So you're about to get on the plane now then?
Oh, no. I'm not getting on the plane till 5:30. That's what's crazy. It's 5:30 in the afternoon when I take off from Tokyo. Land at 7 p.m. So technically it's a 2-hour flight.
What time is it there right now?
It is 10:08 p.m.
Okay. Damn, that is weird. Okay. Well, Itchy, travel safe. Don't do anything that's going to get you removed from the airplane. We need you home. Fort Worth needs you back.
No, don't worry. And I have a present for you, Dustin, and Dubs won't enjoy it, but for all of our friends that like to go overseas, that kind of action, I got something.
You do have to go overseas for that. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much. Safe travels, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right. That is Itchy Richie calling in from Japan, from the future. And you can find him on Instagram at, I believe it is IRTABS. It's supposed to be Itchy Richie, the Burning Sensation. So maybe it's ARATBS, something like that. Anyway, local musician, great friend of the show, great friend of mine, and we're really glad that you called in. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's get into our next segment. We've got This Day in History. 1807, This Day in History. British Empire ends the slave trade. Campaigned by religious groups and slavery abolitionists, William Wilberforce, the Slave Trade Act becomes law in Great Britain and its colonies, ending the trading of slaves throughout the empire. It will be another 26 years before slavery itself will be abolished in the UK. U.S. seizes Howl, 1957. 520 copies of Allen Ginsberg's poem Howl arrive in the U.S. from a London publisher. Customs officials seized the books on charges of obscenity. Ginsberg and his publisher, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, will fight those charges and win the trial of publicity bonanza for Howl and the cause of free speech back in 1957. That sounds like a good story. I've never heard of it. All right, 1985, a very important year for most. This Day in History. Gore wins, or maybe it's just Gore. Gore wins Oscar for his first acting role. Cambodian American Heng S. Gore wins the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Performance as Dith Pran in The Killing Fields is rooted in his own experience as a physician under the brutal regime. Survived a concentration camp. After his Oscar win, Gore's acting career will continue until he's gunned down in 1996 near his home in Los Angeles. His convicted killers will be sentenced on the same day Cambodian dictator Pol Pot is declared dead. That is insane. So this guy was held in a prison camp, concentration camp, made it to America, became a movie star, won an Oscar, and then got gunned down in L.A. My God. Okay. We try to keep the stories positive around here. I didn't see that one coming. Famous people, birthdays. I thought we'd start doing these again. Saw a very important one. One of our most beloved rock singers is how they categorize him. Elton John is 78 today. Big fan of Elton John. Let's see here. Who else we got? I'm looking through these birthdays. And Aretha Franklin. She passed away, unfortunately, in 2018, but today is Aretha Franklin's birthday. Let's see if there's any more here that we care about. It's a lot of TikTok stars and pop singers I've never heard of. Sarah Jessica Parker, 59. Okay, I think that's as deep as we need to go into that. All right, here's the big story for the day, in my opinion. Big reveal, Fort Worth to celebrate grand opening of council chamber. I saw this earlier on social media, and I wanted to make sure and cover it, so I pulled up the Fort Worth, Texas.gov website, and here's what it says. Fort Worth is preparing to mark a significant milestone with the grand opening of its newly designed council chamber. This highly anticipated event, scheduled for Tuesday, March 25th, will celebrate the city's commitment to modernized governance and enhanced public experience. The celebration will begin at noon following the first official council meeting in the new chamber. Then guests transition to the ribbon-cutting ceremony. The ceremony will begin with a warm welcome acknowledging the contributions of the community, city leadership, and key stakeholders who helped bring this vision to life. Ribbon-cutting and special guests. The highlight of the event will be the official ribbon-cutting ceremony. A commemorative group photo will follow, capturing the significant moment. Looks like they're going to have speeches by former Mayor Betsy Price, Mayor Maddie Parker, former city manager David Cook, and city manager Jake Chapa. This is cool, and I'm really hoping I get to go to this. It's today at noon, so meet me up there at the new city council hall. Y'all remember the old Pier 1 building? That's where it is. Okay, there's more information on that. I believe if you'll go to the City of Fort Worth Facebook or Instagram, that information is there as well, but you can also go to fortworthtexas.gov and get it there too. Okay, and I wanted to tell you guys about this because I think we've all bought something off of Facebook Marketplace. Fatal Facebook Marketplace Meetup highlights local safe exchange zones. So, it shows a picture of a Dallas Police Department reserve parking for exchange zone. Says this area is under 24-hour surveillance and gives you a number for non-emergency, and emergency, of course, is 911. A watch sale through Facebook Marketplace turned deadly, and now users across North Texas are asking, how safe is it to meet a stranger through an online deal? In December 2024, a man drove from Spring, Texas to Seagoville to meet someone who expressed interest in buying jewelry he listed online. Instead, he walked into a trap. Police say the supposed buyer was using a fake Facebook profile. Moments after the victim parked at a public park, he was shot and killed. The tragedy has ignited conversations online, and for good reason. Millions of people use platforms like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, Nextdoor to buy and sell everything from furniture to electronics. But every transaction comes with risk, and experts say it's time we rethink how we approach these in-person meetups. Listen, if you're going to meet with somebody off of one of those platforms, it's not a terrible idea to do it in a public place or one of these exchange zones. That's pretty cool. I didn't know those were there. But yeah, and take appropriate measures to possibly defend yourself. Did I say that quite enough? Okay. Onward, Fort Worth Report. The story is from fortworthreport.org. Story is by Drew Shaw. Fact brief. Did the North Texas dust storm bring in dirt from the West Coast? Short answer, no. The source of the recent dust storm in North Texas was not from any coastal region. Dust from New Mexico, West Texas blew into Dallas-Fort Worth on March 14th, carried by winds up to 70 miles an hour and affecting both air quality and visibility. I feel like that dust storm never stopped. The dust storm was caused by a dry line, which is moving air boundary like a cold front, but that separates moist air from dry air. Like a cold front. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't from the Gulf. I think I've heard crazy stuff. Like it's from the coast. It's from a different country, so forth and whatnot. But yeah, no, not so much. All right. We got a good news story for you guys. Where's that? Here we go. And this is kind of on the light side as far as good news stories go, but I've got a Harley. Do you have a Harley? You ever ridden a motorcycle? Harley-Davidson founder's home saved from demolition by devoted bikers and their favorite company. Good News Network, and that's who the story's by. goodnewsnetwork.org. Okay, so the interesting part here is where the founder of Harley-Davidson came from. The ancestral home of the co-founder of Harley-Davidson motorcycle has been saved from demolition after it went on the market and was about to be scooped up by developers who would tear it down. The Davidson cottage, located in the Angus Village in Scotland, was home to William C. Davidson, who immigrated to America in 1857, where 3 of his children, Arthur, Walter, and William, joined 20-year-old William Harley to create the iconic Harley-Davidson Company. Anyway, the story goes on, and I don't know why anybody would care about the dude's house being saved, but it's kind of, if you've met these Harley people, some of them take it like a religion. That's true. Anyway, all right. We got a couple of reads for you guys. If you have any kind of event going around town, I don't care if it's your birthday or you're throwing an event here in town or your business has a cool special and you want to tell everybody about it, holler at us. Leave us a voice recording at media at fortworthroots.com is our email. Here's a call in. This is what they sound like. Where's it at? There we go. Let me start that over. I'm so sorry.
Texas, get ready. April 18th through the 20th. Walk This Earth Music Festival is bringing some of the top roots bands in the United States to the middle of nowhere for a 3-day camping festival. This year's lineup features the Hootin' Hollers, Carrie Nation and the Speakeasy, Pinata Protest, plus 30 more amazing artists. Walk This Earth will have food trucks, tons of vendors, serenaded hay rides, and contests throughout the weekend. Whether you come for the music, community, to make new friends, or just for the adventure, there's something for everyone at Walk This Earth. So join us on the Sloan Ranch, April 18th through the 20th for Walk This Earth Music Festival. Get your tickets right now at walkthisearthfestival.com.
And we had the creator of the event on the show. I think her name was Liz. I cannot remember her last name, but she was a very nice lady, and she's advertising for this thing very aggressively. I mean, she was going to drive out here. Like, I think her home is 3 or 4 hours away, and she was going to drive out here to be on the morning show to do a 1.5-minute long plug. I was like, don't do that. Just send it an email. And then she just happened to be in town campaigning for this event through other sources, and she put us on the list of places to stop. So we got her on the show anyway. But sounds like a really cool event. I will be down in Terlingua during that time, so I'm not going to get to go, but Liz, if you're listening, keep us in mind because we'd love to come out and hang with you next year. We'll put it on the calendar. Okay, and I got one more call in from a buddy of ours, Richard Keller, who you heard from Japan a moment ago. Wants to tell you about an event we put on once a week at a place called McFly's. Get it, Richie. Why is that not working? I did it twice. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Tarrant County musicians have a new release, but don't know where to start with promotion? Look no further than Fort Worth Roots. Fort Worth Roots is looking to help the music community by providing a stage as well as additional content for promotion. Every Tuesday night at McFly's Pub, Andrew Turner hosts a performance and an interview that's recorded and turned into a podcast for release later that week. It's free to participate, free to watch. Contact us at media@fortworthroots.com to secure your spot. That was media@fortworthroots.com.
Thank you,
can't wait
Richard.
to hear from you.
Thank you, buddy. And you guys can call in. I'm serious. This show is supposed to be a community connector. So whatever you got going on, and if you want to do a little read like that, you can do it. And we appreciate it so much. But yeah, come on out, McFly's Pub tonight. Every Tuesday, starting at 5 o'clock, we've got a guest on stage. And if you'd like to be one of those guests, we just ask that you bring your friends with you. But we're going to buy pizza. We're going to put on a whole thing for you. And we're going to do a podcast recording and then put you on stage. That's if you're a musician. We do have other people that come out. We've had the Davis team, the #1 DFW real estate group, came out, and we had a really good time. And we didn't talk a whole lot about houses, the market, property. We talked more about the 501cs that they're involved with and things that they do for the community. and a little bit about our friend Jordan Davis. So anyway, it's always a fun time, and we always do something cool for you guys. And lately, we've been giving out Billy Bob's tickets. So tonight, we're going to give out some Billy Bob's tickets and have an audience microphone so you guys can get in on the conversation if you want to. So anyway, just trying to get you out of the house, man. And it's early. I know it's a weekday. It's a school night, but 5 to 7 is our time frame. And then you can get out of there and head to the house. And maybe you made some new friends in the process. But, yeah, come on out. Come see me. And then, of course, it is Hoppin, where we record every week. And I don't have the schedule. I meant to grab the schedule, but this morning has been kind of chaotic. Yesterday was too. Yesterday we got locked out of Hoppin. And I couldn't get in here to do the morning show. So we ended up going down to Match Point Coffee, and they actually have a dedicated room for podcast nerds. And you guys can rent that place for an hour, and they got all the equipment you need. I think it would behoove you to bring like your own SD cards, but you can record your podcast for $35 an hour over there at Match Point Coffee. And I thought that was really, really nice of them to have that set up for me. So wanted to get into our internationals real quick, let you guys know we the mass majority of our listeners come right here from the U.S., and way more, probably somewhere to the tune of about 95%, are right here in DFW. But we do have some listeners abroad, and I like bringing that up because it's cool. I've got this interactive map. I can zoom in and see the kind of the hot spots where people are listening to the show. We've got 2 over there in Lagos. Is it Lagos or Laos? Somewhere in the continent of Africa. South. What is this? Okay, Lagos. Madrid. Paris. Frankfurt. Bray. Okay. Got one over here in India. Jamshedpur. You can email me if you're anybody can email me, but if you're out there across the pond and you want to tell me how to pronounce Jamshedpur, email me, media@fortworthroots.com. We'd love to hear why you guys are tuning in from across the ocean, and tell us what you like about the show, how you found us. Email us, media@fortworthroots.com. Sydney, Australia. And yeah, that's all the ones from around the world today. We usually have one down in Mexico City. I don't see that one today. And then folks from all over the country. It's got one up there in Chicago. What is this? Flowery Branch, St. Louis, San Diego. Thank you guys for listening. Okay, that's just about everything we got today. I'd love for you to come out and be part of our community tonight at McFly's. If you're looking for a cool place to get a drink, this is a pre-read little location. It's Hoppin Fort Worth. You can find them on Instagram as Hoppin FWTX. And I believe tomorrow night there is comedy. Yes, there is. 6:30 tomorrow night. It's the Hoppin Open Mic put on by our friend from Caliente Comedy. And it's going to be a great show. Esperanza Moses puts this one on from 6:30 to 8:30. And it's free, no cover. Hoppin is located right down the street from Doc's Records. I got 58 self-serve taps on the wall. It's a pretty cool little deal. You walk in, you get an armband, they link it to your debit card, and then you just go nuts. Just absolute bananas. Try everything on the wall. It only charges you for what you put in your glass. Charges by the ounce. And we will have a full breakdown on Thursday of all the events happening over the weekend. So make sure you tune in for that. And more importantly, if you have an event and you don't want us to miss it, please let me know about it. Send us an audio clip talking about it. Or if that's too much for you, homie, just send it an email and I'll read it off for you. How about that? Okay, good deal. What else did I forget? That's enough out of me today. We will be back with you tomorrow. These release at 9 a.m. so that you can enjoy them on your way to work or dropping the kiddos off or whatever. But thank you. Thank you for listening in. Oh, one last thing. Fort Worth Magazine is doing their best of competition. You guys can go to my Instagram, Fort Worth Roots, and click on the bio. We've got a link there for you. You can vote. I'd really appreciate it for your best. See, for this one, it's going to be, I can't remember if it's entertainment or whatever it is, but the subcategory is radio personality. And it takes literally 15 seconds. So go to Instagram, click on my bio. It says vote here or something like that. Click on that, and then screen pops up. You put in your name, your email, and then who you want to vote for. So we won last year, thanks to you guys out there voting for us, and we really appreciate it. So it's opened some doors for us. It's made it possible for us to walk into places we want to do work with and tell them, hey, look, we won these awards and we're legitimate. So anyway, and since you're voting for us, if you want to make sure I don't forget to vote for you, because you can literally go on there, I think, and vote as many times as you want. Send me a message or something so I don't forget about you. Tell me what category you want me to vote for you, and I'll take care of that, okay? This is it's really important to a lot of businesses around town, a lot of artists, community people. I mean, it's one of the big things. You got the Fort Worth Magazine and the Fort Worth Weekly that put this on annually, and you go by these small businesses and you'll see them displaying the "We Won Best Of" logo. Like it's one of the biggest things to small people like me. So anyway, go out, vote. Don't just vote for me too. There's other categories, restaurants and small businesses around town that you can vote for. So take some time, understand that it's important to these people, and vote your socks off. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening again. If you ever want to give us some advice on how we can make the show better, if you'd like to be a guest, or for any other reason, hit us up. media@fortworthroots.com is our email. As you move through today, we hope that you'll choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till tomorrow, folks. Good day.
In the morning, my great day in the morning, oh Lord, oh Lord, my great day in the morning, my great day in the morning, I'm blessed by your chocolate with nectar for breakfast. Days come and days go, but our love is forevermore. Oh, so wonderful, I'll never let go, 'cause dreams do come true. And here comes my great day in the morning, oh Lord.